Then speaking on, reflecting on your past, right?
Mm-hmm.
G-Dep. You heard him?
Yeah, that is crazy. Go ahead and break it down, and I'll tell you. That is
Okay.
crazy.
Now, G-Dep, he a former bad boy artist.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, damn, what's that name of that song that he known for? I forget. I remember, but G-Dep, he was a bad boy artist. He had committed a robbery back in 1993.
Mm-hmm.
In 1993, and I guess over the years, his conscience or whatever you want to call it, always been like talking to him or bothering him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So during that robbery, he shot the man. So that always bothered him that he may or may not kill somebody and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't stick around to know if he died, but he pretty much felt that he killed the dude. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So in 2010, he walked himself into to the police station.
Yeah, and he was sentenced to 15 years, and he just got out April 9th, I believe, of this year.
So he was sentenced to 15. He did 13 and a half, going on
Mm-hmm.
14. All right.
So he wanted to basically like redeem himself. That's deep. Like that is very deep to do that.
He could have a little small film called Redemption.
Yeah, I would love to know like it must have really been causing him some damage like mentally like I did this. That means maybe he has although he did something bad, he has at least he knows like
He have a
yeah,
conscience.
he has a conscience, like that wasn't right.
Okay, he got a conscience and we got a clip. Run it.
I doing the wrong thing. You know what I'm saying? Young, just doing what I thought I was doing. You know what I'm saying? Tried to rob the guy, and things went wrong. The guy got shot. I shot him. You know what I mean? And years went by. You know what I mean? I didn't know what had happened to the guy. And after some years and some introspect, in order to restore balance to my life and the life of someone, you know, someone's family and things of that nature. I wanted to just turn myself in and then see actually what happened. You know, and I was willing to put myself on the line if whether or not he passed on or not. I just I needed to get that off of my mind, off of my heart. So the spirit moved me to turn myself in. I went to the precinct and I told them everything that happened that night, and and they wound up saying that what I thought happened actually did. So
All
you
right.
know here I am 13 years later, man.
How was you able to cope?
Man, it take a take a big man to turn himself in for something like that. Cause man, niggas barely want to turn themselves in for a ticket.
Literally. And for him to do that, God must have really been on him. Like he must have really been deep in prayer. Like I got in order for me to move on my life, I got to get right. I got to do this. Like, and that probably was the only way. Because he could have just maybe found out if he reached out to the person's family. He could have went
Could
so
have
many.
Googled that date.
Yeah, he could have did so many other things, but instead he felt like he probably felt he
Reach
needed
out
to
to
do.
the family.
He could have reached out to the family and
Oh, he could go to jail anyway. He reached out to the
right,
family.
but he could have still said if it was eating him up, like what if this person had kids, or what if maybe he was eating him up, and I'm saying he reached out to the family like this is what happened. I'm gonna go turn myself in before, after it probably was eating him up real bad, and he just felt like
I would love to interview G-Dep, man. G-Dep, you see this? Man, man, tap in or tap out. Hey, cause I wanna know like was you having like nightmares?
had to have been.
Was it your conscience? Cause you living your best life and you got your family, you see your kids, and then you took him away from his possibly, cause you don't know if he had it or not. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of questions I got personally. I would like to know. I would like to know a lot. I would love to interview G-Dep.
Yeah, he probably. That's what I think. Like he probably felt like he couldn't
Special
get
delivery. There you go. Special delivery.
Oh, he's on that song.
Yeah, that's him. There you go. I know it's gonna hit me.
He probably felt he couldn't move on with life and be blessed until he paid the consequences for what he did.
Well, I'm gonna tell you the good part that came out because he was able to do his redemption thing. Mm-hmm. And shit, you get life for murder.
Right.
And what they gave him 15, he did 13 and a half off of it. So he still got, you know what I'm saying, life to live after being home. Now he still could, you know what I'm saying?
And he's still young enough to do so, you know.
So he paid his debt to society, and then he back out here, you know what I mean? And he did it. He walked in the precinct. They didn't come find him. They didn't come surround the house. He come out with your hands up or none of that.
Yeah, I would love to know what his mental state was like prior. It must have really because he sounds more like relieved, like I got this off my like it's off me now. Like I can do what I want to do now in life. Probably was really eating him up. Some people have a big heart, you know, even though sometimes things happen, you know. Some people really just have a good heart. And for him, I looked him up. I'm like, oh, he's a Scorpio. That kind of makes sense.
That don't make sense. I'm a Scorpio. I'm not walking myself in no station, bro.
But no, look, you have a guilty conscience though. For certain things, you have a guilty conscience. I'm not talking about the streets, but just in general, you have a guilty conscience. I know.
That was the streets because he was running around doing the wrong thing. He robbed somebody and then. Look, me personally, I will pray extra hard. I will, no, for real. I'm gonna pray and ask God for forgiveness. I'm gonna pray and you feel me. But to walk myself into a possible life sentence, I don't know if I could do it.
So let me give you a hypothetical scenario. What if you was like in deep prayer, right? And you did something and you like, God's telling you like, if you just turn yourself in, you're going to do this 5-6 years. And when you get out, you're going to be blessed abundantly with financial wealth, but you gotta sit down for a little bit and get yourself together.
I ain't doing it.
5-6 years?
That's what God said. I don't know if the judge and the jury is on the same timing as.
But you're
higher
promised,
power, bro.
You're promised this. Like you and God is like connected. He's like you got to like 5-6 years. You got to sit down and get yourself straight. Everything gonna be right when you get home. You're gonna be financially good.
I can't put myself in a hypothetical state, bro, because I know reality is murder carry life. You feel me? And that door go close and never open back up.
No, I didn't say it was for murder though. It could have been anything that you just had to get right for. Something you did.
Oh, I got a warrant
but you're guaranteed. You only gotta do 5 to 6 years, but you're guaranteed.
Man, if it ain't murder, all right.
Oh yeah, I wasn't even gonna put that on you.
Like,
I wasn't gonna
I'm
say
not turning myself in for no shit like that and possibly do life. Hell no. But shout out to him, bro. It take a big man. I'm not saying that's kudos to him. Tip my hat to him, though. And he knew what he was up against, possibly turning himself in. So he a big man for that.
Yeah, for real.
So shout out to G-Dep though. You know what I'm saying?
So if you turn yourself in for something like that for a case that's old and they're not even looking for you or anything like that, do you have to go through court like trial or are they just automatically like just sentence you?
I don't know how New York shit go, but like I mean, you play guilty. You already saying you did it. You know what I'm saying? So you play guilty and just like shit, get the show on the road. Give me my time. I don't know. You know, state to state laws is different.
Because I'm assuming that was a cold case. They wasn't even probably like.
No, they wasn't even looking for him. That's what I'm saying. Take a big man,
yeah,
such as he, to do what he did. You know what I'm saying?